Hello there and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to have a quick overview of my writing throughout March and a quick look at what I'm going to be looking at doing for April. So as you might remember from my previous videos, my goal for March was to try and write 1,000 words a day, usually within two 25-minute writing sprints, and see how that got me to rebuild my writing routine, as it's been a while since I've had a regular schedule for my writing. So when I checked the numbers, I actually wrote 15,265 words through March. Those of you that are good at maths will realise that that's about half the goal. If I was trying to do 1,000 per day, it would have been about 30,000 or 31,000. So I was about half away from hitting my target. The reasons for that is just the usual daily life getting in the way, day jobs, things like that. But overall, I'm actually quite happy with the result because although it's only half, it's more than I've been doing for a while, and it did start to get that routine going. It's always going to be hard to hit those numbers every single day, but at least I managed to get some regularity in there. Also, it allowed me to get a good chunk into the new book, which is always good, because starting the new one always seems that daunting task of the white page when you first start. So getting a little bit more into it, I think, is quite good. So I managed to get through a bit more of the story and start to build on the overall sort of plot lines that I've been looking at doing. So as far as what my goals are moving into April, I'm going to be looking at continuing with the writing routine building, although with a slight change. I'm going to be looking at maybe doing a one day on, one day off style, which will allow me to focus fully on the days where I'm focused on writing, and on the alternate days focus more on other things like day job and things like that, which hopefully will allow me a little bit more focus on those days rather than splitting my time between different things. We'll see how that goes though. As far as word count, I'm going to stick with what I got as my result for March, which was, let's say, 15,000. So I'm going to aim as that for my goal for April. Hopefully I'll get more than that done, but we'll see. With regards to what I'm going to be writing, I'm still going to be working on Neon Soul. It's taken me longer to write this one, I think, than the previous ones because I'm trying to tie up the trilogy. So I keep looking back at side characters and sort of sub-side plot lines and things that I may not have fully fleshed out in the previous books that I want to make sure that I address. I keep double checking that I'm including everything. Something I'll probably do is when I get to finishing the first draft, I'll probably double check the previous books, make sure I've ticked all the boxes that I wanted to. So that's going to be my primary focus. However, I've also started a side project, which is a fantasy, probably going to be a novella or short story, which I'm just going to use as on those days where the Neon Soul work feels a little bit slow and I want to take a little bit of time on that. I can jump and try and get some words on a fantasy thing, just to sort of keep my mind fresh on the two different styles. So that's my overall goals for April. Just continue working on the writing routine, building up a little bit more, slow and steady, and see how we get on by the end of April. But if you're writing anything at the moment, I'd love to hear what your writing routines are, and if you have any sort of set schedules. Do you sort of mood write and only write when you feel like you want to? I'd love to hear what other people do and how they sort of cope with the balancing act of life and writing. Do let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.